hoping to play Saturday?
Say again, I couldn't hear you.
Hoping to play Saturday?
I mean, I'm always hoping to play. I don't know what's going to happen. It's coach's decision, but I'm always ready. I'm always ready to play, and obviously being in front of the 12s is always great. So we'll see what happens.
How weird is that when they tell you to shut it down and you're already dressed, ready to go?
Yeah, I mean, I think for me, I always just get mentally prepared to go, obviously, in the preseason and everything else. And then, I do my pregame warm-up. I did a little extra after. I'm normally out there for a good couple hours pregame. And then I did a little bit extra with DK, just me and him on the field. So I felt like I got my game reps in, we got a bunch of extra reps in, probably 15, 20 extra reps after. So I feel good, And then throughout the game, I'm always playing the game as if I'm out there, So physically not being out there is one thing, but to mentally get the reps is the most important thing, really, to be honest with you. And to be there and see have the crowd there in Vegas and all that, and to hear it all and feel it all and get your emotions going. I think I think to prepare your mind to win, prepare your mind to play, is such a critical part of it all, and that's the best part. And so if you can master that part of it, you give yourself a great chance. I'm ready.
You had the headset on. What did you learn about how Shane Waldron calls your game?
He's super clear, ready to roll. Shane, he's really focused out there. He's really calm. He's very calm on the headset. We had the mock game, which I got to experience that obviously, and then obviously out here we try to simulate games. It felt just like we've been practicing.
How's it having Eskridge back out this week?
Having D. Eskridge out there is huge. He's every morning I get out here, we get out here, walk on the field around 5:45, 6 o'clock, and me and him just go through plays for 45 minutes to an hour. There's still dew on the grass, but it's good just to go through the plays and really visualize it, and to go through everything mentally, to focus on it. He's a really smart player. He's physical as can be. So to see why we drafted him, I knew why, but to be out here with him, first couple of days has been really cool to see.
Learning process going for him. I know Pete mentioned that's kind of going to be the biggest thing, catching up and just all the learning.
Well, I think for any player, it's especially for a rookie, that's always the most challenging part. That and the physical part, it's a long season, but he's been doing a really great job. And like I said, we've been spending so much extra class time together out in the field, like real reps out in the field, running through every situation, every play, from top to bottom, and he's doing a tremendous job with it. So I have tremendous confidence in what he's doing, and D. Eskridge, and super excited about him.
You guys are here at that point. When you're working with Eskridge on the field, how many other players are here that early in the morning?
Out here on the field, or there's a few others. Bobby and I are always here. There's a few other guys that are here that come in, and I think that for me, I always try to be, I'm always an early bird person, and late night too. I don't sleep much, so but it's cool just having that quiet time, the quiet time of being out in the field. The sun just came up by about an hour before, and it's it's quiet out here, and just to be able to go through everything, sense the stadium, visualize that you're there, visualize you're in those reps and plays. It's pretty cool. And then my guy Bobby, while we're doing it, he's out here getting his jump ropes in or whatever he may be doing out here, and it's pretty cool, And so, but just having that quiet time, just going through, visualizing success, visualizing the plays, I think it's really important.
That's your first time working with Grover this offseason?
Yeah, I started working with him like mid-February probably. Late February, I would say, somewhere around there.
What prompted that?
I think I have a mission to win and win often. And I think that every day I wake up, I want to be surrounded around the best. I have a great performance team too as well, and some great people that help me along the way every day. And I think Tim, obviously being around Michael Jordan, being around Cody, he's helped prepare them every day, for the long haul and what they want to do and everything else. So I think longevity is always important to me. I think the mental side of things has always been probably number one, and I would say the physical part of it too. And I think that for me, I think being surrounded around greatness is always really important, and always feeling it every day. And so our performance team, we had a great off season. I mean, it was good. I feel stronger. I feel faster. I feel more prepared than ever. And I feel ready to play, ready to win.
What type of stuff are you and Tim working on?
Well, that's the secret, But I think everything's around, trying to be, obviously fast, quick, all that kind of stuff. But I think being, I play in chaotic situations. So, it's just, that's just the name of the game, right? And so trying to simulate that as much as possible. And then, making everything hard, making everything difficult, mentally, physically, everything else. So that's kind of the core of it.
Where do you feel like the offense is in terms of implementing Shane's offense and all that right now? I guess how do you feel like it's coming together pretty well?
I think we're doing a great job. I think that there's a couple things we got to tune up here and there, but I think we're gonna be really excellent on offense. I think we're gonna move the ball really well. We have great confidence in what we're doing. Me and Shane on the same page. We have a great sense of what we're trying to do and how we're trying to do it. We're trying to put ourselves in the toughest positions possible in certain series, certain plays, and everything else. And it's good. It's good. It's a good reps. Our defense looks great too. So we're gonna have a really good football team this year. We're excited about it, and we're excited about what we can do and how we're gonna do it. We got to do it together, and it's gonna be fun. I think Shane's gonna be great at it.
When Nick Bellore is helping out on defense, playing linebacker, you said people call him a spy. Does that give him an unfair advantage that he knows the offense? He's out there taking defense?
Yeah, Nick Bellore knows everything. He knows all the plays. He knows it on offense. He knows so it's we gotta do some fake calls for him sometimes when he's in there. He's doing a great job. The fact that he can play. When I first played Bellore, he was actually a defensive player. So I remember back in the day and stuff like that. So he knows what he's doing on defense. He's a good football player. To have a guy like that can play both sides of the football, it just gives him credit. You got to give him credit for what he can do on offense and defense. He's definitely the funniest guy on the team, but he is also one of the hardest working guys on the team. He's in here every day, grinding, putting the work in. That's what you love about him.
Hey, what have you learned about Gerald Everett so far, being around him, and how's he fitting in?
Gerald's super elusive. He keeps getting open, and you guys see him out here. You saw the deep ball he caught today. That was great. He keeps getting open on second and third down. He just finds a way to make plays. He's been exceptional for us, and I got great confidence in him, what he's doing. He knows the offense, obviously from some of the stuff Shane's done, but also he's just been working at it, together. He came down to San Diego. We spent some time together, spent a lot of quality time together, and he's been really, really working at his game. So he's got a great skill set.
At what point, Russ, does it get uncomfortable for you that Dwayne Brown's not on your line?
Well, I think anytime Dwayne's not out there, it's yes, you always want your star left tackle out there, so just trusting the process, hoping that it works out, because we definitely need him. That'd be huge for us. He's been one of the best in the game, obviously, but I think I'm sure it'll get figured out and worked out. That's what I'm hoping for and wanting.
Is he old enough that he doesn't need much time to practice? He could come in the week of the Colts game and start, in your mind? Well,
I think that Dwayne's a guy that he's probably the most physically fit guy on our team. He's not. He's so athletic. He used to play, I think, tight end in high school. He's a guy who is a really athletic player. He can really run. He gets out of his stance really well. He's super strong. I mean, the guy's doing like 20 pull-ups in here. And at his size, to do 20 pull-ups is crazy. And he'll do like 3 sets of them with a weighted vest on sometimes. So he can do it all. I mean, I think that the thing about Dwayne is he's really cerebral. He understands the game, and he's our leader up front. He's one of those guys that can really demonstrate the game, how the game's supposed to be played. So I think it's going to work out. That's what I'm hoping for, and that's what I'm looking forward to.
Russ, Brandon Shell mentioned that you texted all the offensive linemen in February after their remarks went out. What were you hoping to accomplish?
Say again?
By texting all the guys on the O-line.
Well, I think first of all, it's private conversations, but I think more than anything else is I got to talk to a good amount of guys on the phone. Some guys were traveling, all that stuff, but some of it was just letting the guys know that we want to win and do everything we can and be a part of it, and just it's just part of the process, and I think that everybody knows that I'm there for them and vice versa, and so it's always been we got great relationships up front, and it's been great, so I'm excited about this season. I'm excited about what a guy like Brandon Shell can do. I'm excited about what Gabe Jackson can do. Obviously we got a competition with Kyle and Posick. Both of those guys are really athletic, good players. D. Lou, his rookie year last year was phenomenal. And now he's moving to left guard. He's got great confidence. And then, obviously Dwayne with what kind of player he is. And then I think Stone, he's been working his butt off too, trying to get the system and learn everything. And he's playing one of the toughest positions in football. So he's doing a good job.
There's been a lot of attention on from the track and the softball stuff. He's just, his profile is higher than what it used to be. How have you seen him handle the extra attention that's been on him?
I think DK is a superstar. You know, I think that, and I mean that in the greatest way possible. I mean, I think God's given him a gift to do so many things. Why limited it? You know, I'm a big believer in not limiting who you are and what God gave you. You know, it's so funny because a lot of times people would tell you just be one way, and then, or you know, and get prepared for life after football and everything else. Because it only lasts for a couple of years, and then when people have success, they want you to, just do that, you know, and only do that, you know. So it's funny. The paradox is hilarious, but I think that, you know, with DK being just the thing about a guy who ran 10.36 and he was leading, you know, he wasn't like he was behind and caught up or anything like that. He was leading the whole way, almost like probably 3/4 of the way. He had a chance, you know. So just think about, you know, he's a humble guy. He's a guy who wants to be great. He puts the work in. You know, he deserves success. He deserves all the things he works for, and he's a great friend, one of my best friends, and he's like a little brother to me. You know, we have a lot of conversations, a lot of talks about a lot of things, and I hold him in high regard. You know, and so he's going to have a great year, and we're really looking forward to him playing great.
Russell, you talked a little bit about this, but what have you seen from the defense and the 33 back there?
Yeah, well, the defense has been really great. I think the addition of Al Woods has been really tremendous, just because you got so much depth up front, especially in the interior spots. You got Puna, you got Monet, you got Big Al, you got so many different guys up there. And then on the edges, you got Dunlap, Benson Mayoa, you got DT coming off the edge now. You got a lot of good players. I think our linebackers, they're so fast. Obviously, the leader in the pen, obviously with Bobby, he doesn't get any better than him. And then Brooks has really developed and really gotten, just better and better and better at the game. I think being next to Bobby always helps. And then I think on the secondary, there's so many guys that are coming in and out playing a great job. I think Witherspoon's done a tremendous job. Obviously, DJ Reed's been dinged up, but guys like Flowers and those are great football players. They've played a lot of football. And then in the secondary, Diggs is one of the best, free safeties in the game. He's a hard hitter. He sees the game. He processes things. Ryan Neal to be able to step in like he did last year. I remember the Miami game. Just think about how great he was in that game. So many games, game after game after game. So we trust in his ability. And then to get Jamal Adams signed was such a huge thing, because he's a star in this game. He's a superstar. He knows how to play the game. He's so fast. He's electric. He's a great locker room guy. He brings all the energy. He's as good as it gets. He's going to be one of the best of all time because of his ability to play the game at that position. He's a true factor. Anytime you're playing teams or going against guys, defenses, offenses, whatever, you want to know their impact players and are they really factors? Do they change the game if they're not there? And he's one of those guys that changes the game when he is there. And I think it's really special that we have him on our football team for another 4+ years.
How meaningful was that to you to see them kind of make that commitment to Jamal?
Well, I think that was huge, just to be able to get a guy like that and to be a part of our team. Jamal is a great friend. We've talked a bunch and just he's been super focused along the way, getting ready. We knew that was going to happen, just what timing and all that. And so he's been great along the way. He's been in every meeting, been prepared. He sits right in the front of the room, sitting right next to each other. Me, Witherspoon, Cody Barton, the guys. We sit right up there in front. He's always ready. So he's been tuned in the whole time. So, and then the first day he comes out here, he's blitzing off the edge, making play. So it's fun.
What have you thought of having Shed on the coaching staff?
To have Shed on there, I think back to 2012 when we came here and everybody gave us an F grade, and just I think about how hard the testament of our class 2012. I think about Bruce Irvin, I think about Bobby, myself, Robert Turbin, J.R. Sweezy, those kind of guys. Jermaine Kearse. I think about guys like Cooper Helfer. I think about guys like Deshaun Shedd, the guy who put all the hard work in to make the team. He was always ready. He always was on the field early, on the field late. He was always in the weight room doing the extra work. He was always doing the extra film study, and I think I kind of classified our class. We were willing to do all the work, and he was one of the leaders in that. It was really special. So to have such a tremendous man that can lead a group of young men along the way is really cool. And he's done it. He's been there. He's going to be a tremendous coach. He knows the game really well. He's passionate about the game. He brings great energy and great focus. And so I love being around. It's been a lot of fun.
Anything else?
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Go on.
Thanks, Rob.
Guys.
Now back on the field after we sent back on that field.
I felt good. Yeah, I was out for maybe, I don't know, a week and a half, you know. Just battled my way back. I wanted to get back and play ball real bad. And I mean, you know, my first time really playing ball was that preseason game, and it was fun just to fly around.
Bobby says that it's so much fun being able to play. What was it like in the game Saturday night to have your name called a couple times to be able to get 2 sacks out?
I only got called one time to blitz, actually. But no, I mean, you're saying Bobby said it was fun to blitz is what you're saying? Yeah. Blitzing is fun. And it's all about, you know, we talk about the defensive room. It's attitude and just, I mean, your number's called and you just get to fly and just be reckless with it.
So the other time you just went on your own, it sounded like?
In a way. There were some details to it, but yeah. Guy blocks, you can go, but yeah.
Yeah. Heading into year 3 for you, just where do you feel like you've grown the most as a player in the last couple years?
Where I've grown most? That's a good question. I'd say mentally. I feel like I've grown most mentally. Physically as well. You know, I got a little more facial hair, but I'd say mentally. Just, you know, learning the game, the experience that comes with it, and just, you know, the things I've learned from veterans and just being around all these coaches and stuff like that. I feel mentally I've grown the most, and I feel like it's slowed down the game a lot for me.
There's some sense of enjoying the moment that you see more self-expressed and enjoying who you are and where you are.
Absolutely, you always got to enjoy the moment. Don't, you know, there's no, you know, it's a waste of time to think about the past or worry about the past or thinking about the future or what's to come. Just always be in the now, be in the present, and just enjoy, you know, be where your feet are at.
How's Nick Malloy as a linebacker?
He's good. I knew years ago he was playing linebacker too, but no, he's good and he's smart too. He's always been a smart guy, and I mean, it's fun having him in the room as well. But no, he's good. He makes plays.
Let's talk about special teams, how rare it is to have the continuity you guys have had kind of in the core group. But how beneficial is that going into a year when so many of you have played together on those coverage teams?
I think it's huge. And like Blower was talking about, you know, I'm just thinking about, like, even let's say even kickoff alone with, you know, me and Belor and Ryan Neal backside and BBK front side. I mean, we've been some of those core guys for the past, you know, 2 going on 3 years now, and so that's probably one of the funnest units as well, just out there flying around, seeing who's gonna get to the ball first and go hit somebody.
What's it like going against this offense?
It's actually pretty difficult. You know, the reads are tougher. They got a lot of moving parts, a lot of pre-snap stuff, post-snap stuff. You really got to have your eyes wide and see a lot. But I think just being out here compete with these guys every day where it's more difficult here, it's only going to make it more for us in the game.
The tempo part of it is a challenge?
Yeah, even the tempo, yeah, because the tempo is fast. They go fast.
How noticeable has the more emphasis on short and intermediate stuff in the passing game, how noticeable has that been on defense?
In working on more short to intermediate? I don't know. I feel like they're throwing it all over. Short, intermediate, deep. I feel like they're throwing it all over, man.
You got drafted. Did you expect to be a starter by your 3rd year?
Yes. But at the same time, expectations aren't, you know, or what I had in plan in my mind isn't usually how it goes, right? I mean, that's just how life is, and so that's just the way it goes, you know, and you gotta figure out the situation you're in, how to make the best of it, and get the most out of the situation you're in. And something that I believe in, and my dad's always told me, the cream always rises to the top, and that's just what I've stuck to.
Was that tough to come to terms with at first?
No, just because, you know, like I was saying earlier, I'm always trying to be present. If you start thinking about that kind of stuff or thinking about the future, you can't be focused. You now and you think about just what you're trying to do and get stuff. I mean, that's how you stay focused.
Anything else? All right.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks for helping. Appreciate it, man.